I just get to understand say the American government is threatening to sanction countries who use Cuban doctors and nurses. And I was very shocked to learn that Jamaica use Cuban doctors and nurses.
Don't do it. Don't you dare do it, yeah? Don't cut ties with Cuba because a certain set of persons I tell we say, I try for bad way up until we say what we can do. And you have to remember say, when sickness take on eye them, a Cuba send them people them to come heal with. A Cuba I send the doctors and nurses them to every single country in the Caribbean to make sure that we are provided the services that we cannot afford to provide in our own countries.
In this video, we take a look at Jamaicans' angry reaction to the United States and to their Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. So the US Secretary of State warns Jamaica to cut ties with medical doctors from Cuba. And this is because they believe that the government of Cuba and the government of Caribbean nations are exploiting medical doctors from Cuba. That is, they are engaging in human trafficking. So they have put sanctions and directives that Caribbean nations should follow. So these are strict warnings from the United States of America to countries in the Caribbean. And then Jamaicans decided that they are not going to settle, but they are going to react to this warnings that has been sent to the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. So let's listen to some of the reactions that will come back here and discuss further about it. But before we watch the videos, if you haven't yet liked this video, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Let's watch the videos together.
Yeah, morning time TikTok. Big up to my TikTok family, you know. Well, I see what go on, you know, in the Caribbean. Seeing with Trump as a boy, right now, if the Caribbean leaders them want to keep them visa, them fi don't work with the Cuban doctor, them send them out of them country. Seeing? What may I say? Over the years, more than 40 odd years, Cuba under sanction, seeing, from America. From the Cuban Revolution war, way back in Fidel Castro time, them sanction Cuba. Cuba can't do no trade, no business with most I world. Seeing? And the people in Cuba are the most resilient people me know. Them people that go through the struggles, educate the whole of them, whole of the population. Everybody in Cuba educated. I don't think they have a literacy rate past 1%. Everybody illiterate and a professional. They have the best doctor. Years upon years, Cuban doctor help the Caribbean. Not only in Jamaica, but most of the Caribbean and Africa. See? When it comes to Jamaica, the cataract them in a Jamaican elderly people. Terrible. A Cuban doctor come scrape the people them eye. All my father get benefit from it. Them scrape them eye. Cause the cataract dangerous at Jamaica. Seeing? So how now we turn our back to a local visa for the Cuban people? All of the Caribbean, I see me and Motley, you know. Motley, the Barbados, say she joined the front of the line. Fi give up them visa. And we stand up for Cuban brothers and sisters. And we want our Prime Minister and I have a bro God. Seeing? If you stand up for the Cuban people them too, you know. Don't make them frighten you about, don't make Donald Trump frighten you about visa. See? What may I tell you say? All the Caribbean leaders, may I invite you now to come to Canada. Canada nice and beautiful, clean, we are peaceful people, loving people. See? We don't have a big rat over here run up and down. like over Uncle Sam. Saying? Our country clean and nice. So you can come and visit Canada anytime, any day, any night. Saying? You can go Europe. You can go all over. You don't have to go over Uncle Sam. So don't make that scare on and say, boy, you pick them a visa and way. You don't have to dwell upon that, brother. You look out for your Cuban neighbor. Because we can swim from Jamaica to Cuba, just 90 miles. See? And I use Cuba and I stand up for it. So you don't make no frighten. And Mr. Prime Minister of Jamaica, more you come out and talk. Because we don't hear you say nothing tough yet, you know. I want you to come out and talk for the people. Make Uncle Sam know say you know, if they want to take the visa, make them take it. You know response about that. What you response is the Jamaican people that get help from the Cuban because them help the whole of the Caribbean and Africa, brother. See? And then people, if you look on the car over Cuba, them a pure old car over there and all kind of sitting. How the man them pressure the people and people them make use of what them have. For decades upon decades still now. And in a modern time now when people be free up, you know, still want pressure people them, brother. Do you know, we stand up and fight that one here. More the Prime Minister stand up and fight that one here, you know. See? If you want Jamaican people to love you more, stand up for the Cuban people, them, brother. You hear that? That's what I have to say today. But why cat favorite food?
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I just received this text I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
Trump has now extended his bullying to the Caribbean.
What?
Trump told Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, Guyana, and other islands that they are no longer allowed to do any business with Cuba, or else USA will revoke all Caribbean US visas for foreign government officials to US. Jamaica therefore cannot host healthcare workers or doctors from Cuba.
What?
Jamaica has always hired Cuban healthcare workers and doctors, and they're some of the best doctors on the island. Cubans even own and operate the nice private hospital in Montego Bay, where a lot of tourists go, far superior to the free public hospitals. Anyhow, the Caribbean is in a scurry to decide what to do, because the revoking of the visas by US not only affects the Caribbean government officials, but their family members also. Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean looks like it's buckling under this threat because most of the government officials' children are on US visas in schools in US. The whole Caribbean region has now to go along with the new demands from Trump. Cut all Cuban doctors, healthcare workers, and hire doctors from India, Philippines, or Africa instead. That's over 22,000 medical professionals losing their jobs in the Caribbean and heading back to Cuba. The Cuban hospital will cease to exist in Jamaica. End of documentary.
I mean, I feel like we've gone back to like 1925 or something.
Yes, I've always known of Cuban doctors all my life. They're very good doctors. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so this is my mom, by the way. You said that you've only ever known Cuban doctors in Jamaica?
Yes, all my life.
So when you hear this, what exactly does it mean to you? That's what visions come to your mind of what's going to happen now to Jamaica and the Caribbean?
Access to healthcare is going to be less, which is not good for the island. 'Cause they need more, not less.
They already are in need of more right now
Yes.
before this has happened, and now they're going to have less, which means more
Sickness.
destitution, devastation,
And people
sickness,
die
disease, yes, people dying, yeah.
from medical conditions that could be treated. This is sad for the island.
Why do you think he's doing this?
Control.
Like, what does it benefit, how does this benefit the United States by doing that to the islands?
It's all about control. I don't see any benefit to the United States.
So do you feel like it's just to say I can do it, so I'm gonna do it?
Oh, yeah. It's a shame because it's going to affect American tourists as well. So that's going to limit the amount of tourism to the islands, which is going to affect the economy.
Every day is something new. Every day is a new thing that we have to be like, oh, what awful thing has happened today?
It's never anything positive.
And it's never anything positive.
But this was the same as the first 4 years of Trump being in charge. He used to have highlighted days and numbered them according to what disaster he anticipated. This is nothing new.
Welcome back. So in this video, Jamaicans react to the sanctions and warnings that has been sent by the United States to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew HOLNESS, and leaders in the CARICOM. And I believe in the leadership of the CARICOM. They have really done very well by responding to the threats of the United States of America. So a lot of Jamaicans have also poured in their reactions towards these threats that were sent to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew HOLNESS, and other Prime Ministers of the Caribbean, in order for them to disengage the services of Cuban medical doctors. Now, Cuban doctors have really played a very pivotal role when it comes to healthcare delivery in the Caribbean region. Almost all countries in the Caribbean region have benefited one way or the other from the services of these Cuban doctors. So for the United States of America to issue these threats and warnings to leaders in the Caribbean to cut ties with medical doctors in the Caribbean is very worrying. Leaders in Caribbean countries need to come together in order to look for a way forward, because the United States looks like it wants to dictate to countries in Caribbean. Now, majority of citizens in the Caribbean countries, particularly Jamaica, have reacted to this in diverse ways. They have shared their opinions about these threats to leaders in the Caribbean. Let me know what you also think about all these in the comment section below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family on other social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button down here. Click on the subscribe button. Click as well on the notification bell. And I'd like to see you again in my next video.